Republican Senator Ted Cruz got freaky with the flag. This clip is so weird. I don't even know how to properly intro it. So I'm going to play it for you. It's really quick, but here is Ted Cruz talking to the American flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Not really sure. I'm not really sure where to go from there. I guess it's worth mentioning here. I think the flag looks fairly uncomfortable in this video. I hope it's okay. But he put this video out on Twitter with the caption, "This didn't used to be controversial, #Flag Day." I don't even know what is supposed to be controversial about this. Like, what is he even trying to say? The flag's controversial? The Pledge of Allegiance is controversial? Like, conservatives create this, they create their own idea of what the left is and then fight that instead of actually responding to real criticisms. And this is just another example of how conservative lawmakers show they're patriots, not through actually helping people, but through symbolism. So through the Pledge of Allegiance, through the flag, this is how they communicate to their voting base that, oh, I'm a real American because I said the Pledge of Allegiance to a flag. Okay. It's so weird. So odd. And by the way, this actually got criticized by everybody, by left, right. People just made fun of him because Ted Cruz is so clearly fake, such a phony. There is not a politician I have seen I cover politics, largely the U.S. and Canada, but also internationally. I just have not come across a politician that is more disingenuous than Ted Cruz is. He is such a weirdo fake man. For lack of a better term, that there's anything that he does and says, he just oozes phoniness. Now, let me get to some of the reactions here online, and some of them are hilarious. First up, Dom here tweeted out, "Regular reminder that under God was added to the pledge over 60 years after it was originally written, intended to push back against atheism and communism in the 50s. You see that? You thought you weren't going to learn anything in this video, but there you go. Maybe you learned something. Next tweet here, Matthew Dowd said, "It isn't the flag you are supposed to honor and fight for. It is what the flag stands for, like democracy and justice. You aren't a patriot. I can, though, think of many other P words you might consider describing yourself." Judy Gold here with a very simple, "Everyone hates you." rather accurate comment here. Stuart Stevens here says, "There's a story that in college, Ted Cruz ran for president of Debate Society. No one really cared about it, but after Ted Cruz gave a long and embarrassing speech, a guy got up and announced, quote, 'I've decided to run, and here's my one promise. I am not goddamn Ted Cruz.' And he won." And a guy replied to this saying, "I was in college debate years after Cruz. I swear the Princeton team still talked about him, despite none of them even being his contemporaries. This was well before he entered politics. He was like a legend of how not to make friends, a cautionary tale to scare freshmen." This goes to my theory, and I think this is a widely held idea, that Ted Cruz is clearly a sociopath. I mean, this is a guy he's obviously being an actor 24/7. He doesn't know how to be an actual human that feels. So he acts like he thinks how a human is supposed to act. So he's either an alien in a human's body or he's a sociopath. And I tend to think a sociopath a little more likely than an alien. But regardless, Ted Cruz clearly is just built a little differently than I think the rest of us are. And clearly that Texas has somebody here as a senator who does not care about them and has never shown that he cares about Texas or anybody that lives in the state, but is all about himself and furthering his career. He's thrown his kids, his wife under the bus to further his career. The guy has no principles at all, and I think that's pretty clear. Chip Franklin here with the tweet saying, "You're a pathetic hypocrite who would pledge allegiance to a sociopath over defending your wife. Your daughters, you did it again by blaming Cancun on them. Ted Cruz, a sad excuse for a father, husband, citizen, or man." In case you're wondering when he threw them under the bus. So when Ted Cruz went to Cancun, Mexico during the Texas storm, he blamed his daughters for that. And during the 2016 election when Donald Trump called his wife ugly. Ted Cruz then turned around and endorsed Donald Trump for president. So the guy has no principles, even when it comes to defending his own family. Elizabeth here tweeted out, "I'm trying to imagine if this were extremely my shit. I got to think I would still find this horribly groveling and deathly embarrassing." Yeah, again, I don't know who this is possibly for. I can't imagine anybody in any scenario being impressed by this video from Ted Cruz. But again, this goes to the sociopath theory, where he doesn't understand how people actually feel and think, and thinks this is going to work on people. Last thing here, or possibly he just wants attention and he doesn't care if it's negative or positive, and maybe this is also part of the equation. He'll just put out whatever, and he doesn't care about the controversy because at least it keeps people talking about him, I guess. Vosh here with my favorite reaction, and the last one here says, "Why didn't you fuck the flag, Ted? Are you some sort of commie?" Yeah.